we got a crazy news story for you guys tonight. A crazy news story for you guys tonight. The Texas flood reached over 100 people that passed from the situation or whatever. They said a Pearl Jam drummer is leaving, and the Love Island contest, Sierra Ortega, she wants to exit the show. What else we got? Netanyahu nominates Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, because he made where is it? I got the client list over here. I keep telling you guys. Yeah. I got the client list right here. It's the client list. But we got a lot of stuff. But I think I got a couple of videos I want to do like a little review with you guys. Because I don't really do like video reviews as much or whatever. I feel like this one's funny. And then we're going to go to the next one. Because we got more lies about Epstein. We got Charlie Kirk. He ended up going and argued with some college students. Then we got Epstein. Then we got... I call David Pakman Epstein. We got David Epstein arguing with his commenters. We got some type of protest. Oh no. We gonna start with this protest. Cause I don't think you guys heard about the protest down Mexico. And I'm not even seeing that coming up on here about the protest down Mexico. So that's where we're gonna start off at.
For years, McKeesport's wastewater system faced uncertainty.
Okay, and what's that relevant to me for? I don't even really know this. And where the fuck? No, this is all supposed to be up here. I'm gonna go refresh.
There was a protest in Mexico City that got mostly peaceful. And what's got these Mexicans so upset is peak irony. When remote work became popular in 2020, more and more...
They want all the white people to go back to America. Yeah, Mexico wants to build a border wall. And they want to kick out all the white people that's coming down there and getting their weird surgeries and all that. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go.
More Americans moved to Mexico City to take advantage of cheaper prices.
It's just a dream that I had. And that dream is just to be treated like everyone else, to be treated fairly, equally, and to have peace. And Mexico City is the place where I've been able to achieve that.
Since then, prices have soared and people are pissed.
Oh, so they trying to kick him out too. I thought they was just trying to kick out the white people. Yeah, they said they gentrified Mexico. They out here gentrifying Mexico. This is crazy. Kill law gringo. Hold on. I shouldn't have read that all day long. Yo, they said he a psychology student. This man right here, he out Mexico, so I'm pretty sure he ain't doing no. Yeah, that's a psychology student, guys. Psychology.
Huh. You're telling me mass migration has negative effects on the host city or country? Unbelievable. Some of these protest signs are so on the nose that I had to make sure I was...
Yo, they got the sign that says speak Spanish. Speak Spanish, gringo. You want to live in Mexico, you better learn how to speak Spanish.
Being swindled by AI. Gringo, stop stealing our home. Your new home is an invasion. Learn Spanish, respect our culture, pay effing taxes. Spanish...
Oh, so they got a lot of white people down there not paying taxes. You better pay them taxes, white people. You better pay them taxes. They want you to pay your taxes if you're going to be in Mexico. See, I'm not the white people that's in Mexico, so I'm not included with this. And if you happen to be a white person in Mexico, I hope you pay your taxes. They get mad at you.
Is spoken here. Gringo, I want you to go back to your country, not your home. Pay taxes, learn Spanish, respect my culture. Have Americans in Mexico tried shutting down highways? I hear that one's effective. Or burning...
Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is going on down Mexico right now.
The Mexican flag? Or starting cars on fire? Come on, guys. The blueprint for success has already been laid out.
We on to the next one.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
It's sitting on my...
Yeah, where's this list at? Where's the list at? Because I thought there is no list. Is there a list or is there not a list?
desk right now.
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said,
It's sitting on my desk right now.
it's infuriating that these people thought that they could sit on this information, but they can't. It's a new day, and
But now you sitting on the information. You're sitting on the same information you said. It's infuriating for people to be
we
sitting
believe
on.
in transparency, and it's going to come out.
It's sitting on my desk right now.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would. Yes, I would. I think that...
So do you guys feel that Trump is in the Epstein files? Do you feel like the reason why Trump is getting the Nobel Peace Prize is because he made the Epstein files poof and disappear? Like, look, I'm telling you guys, I got a copy right here. You guys don't be believing me. I've been telling you guys all. I got a copy. I got a copy of all the lists right here. I know, like you can't see it, but it's here. I'm trying to tell you.
So, because, you don't know, and you don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there.
Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history? Simple, because of who's on that list.
Do you know that Donald Trump's in the...
But I thought you said there's no list. Is there a list or is there not a list? We all need to know about the list. We all need to know about the list.
I don't know how he would, but I'm just staying out of the Trump Elon thing. That's way outside my lane.
What are they doing?
I know my lane, and that ain't it.
A kilometer is like a half mile, bro. It's like a half mile.
You know your lane, and that ain't it, my guy. You are literally the director of the FBI. You and Pam Bondi are the ones who are in charge of the Epstein files. Release those fucking files or step down. Both of you, now.
Well, they said there is no files. There is no files. The only files is the PDF file, Jeffrey. Now we're going to look at some college students. And we're going to see the college students arguing with, like, seasoned debaters.
Before I begin, Charlie, might I say it's an honor to meet you. After, like, hearing about you for maybe, like, 5 years growing up and, like, hearing all the negativity about you, I'm like, it's an honor to be here to get to meet you because I've always been a believer in, like, listening to what other people have to say.
I feel like I could make Charlie Kirk cry. If I ever met Charlie, I'd make him cry. Well, what's up, Brian?
And I just want to ask you a question. Do you like the new name for the body of water that was formerly called the Gulf of Mexico? Oh.
I feel like that's an irrelevant point, and the fact that people even care about it is the only reason why Trump tried to change the name. Like, it's an attention grab, and you're giving it more attention than it deserves. Like, how often do you think why the street you live on or the street you're driving back and forth on work is called the name that it's called? Like, what?
The Gulf of America.
All right. Do you also agree with the renaming of the mountain in Alaska that is known as either Mount McKinley or Denali? Do you agree of Donald Trump's rename?
Well, he would be like formally naming it, not renaming it.
Might I say it's an
I don't know. This is getting pointless.
The Gulf of America.
All right.
And then they're going to talk about the mountain. And we already know about the mountain. Like, the mountain is just going back to the name the mountain done had before. So, like, this is irrelevant.
Donald Trump's renaming of, or I mean, I should say President Trump's renaming of that to back to Mount McKinley.
I'm generally sympathetic. I could see where you're probably going with this line of questioning, and we'll see how astute you are.
No, I'm just curious to see what your opinion is.
No, that's fine. There's a... No,
in my opinion, is that this is for weak-minded people to talk about. Let's see if we get anywhere else other than
and
a
that
wall.
name should be either reconsidered or brought back to the root. Many of our ancestors their last name would actually be either their profession or the tribe that they were part of. For example,
Yes,
Abraham.
That's my last name. My last name translates to free person in Czech.
Oh, well, very good. So Abraham means father of nations. Moses, for example, means out of the water or redeemer. Jacob means by the heel because he was born literally by the heel, or usurper. Isaac means laugh because Sarah laughed at the idea of having him. So names actually used to really mean something, and I love this idea of bringing naming back to meaning. It's not just semantics.
Well, it don't seem like there's like a certain group of people that try to name names with meanings or whatever. Like, I hear people be like, oh, I want my kid to have a simple name or whatever. I'm going to name my kid John. You don't know what John means? You don't know what John means?
It literally means meaning in its original Greek. Thank you very much.
I appreciate
Thoughtful
it, Charlie.
question.
Congrats,
Thank you.
Wyatt.
Hi, Charlie. Is it okay if I record this for myself? Okay.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
He better be allowed to record it. He better be allowed to record. You ain't going to record me without my permission. You just don't want me to record, too. This is my show now, bro.
So, my name is Jacob Norwood. I'm a junior in high school, and I have a lot of friends who are born from illegal immigrants. And I was wondering if you agreed with the abolishment of the 14th Amendment, which allows birthright citizenship.
Yes, I do.
It's not an abolishment. It was used in the wrong context. Like the 14th Amendment was supposed to grant citizenship to the slaves. So I don't understand how that's being used.
I don't think it's going to hold up, but I do believe that the 14th Amendment was not intended for anchor babies, correct?
Well, I thought it was intended because people would be brought over here during slavery, and then their children would then have birthright citizenship, and that was kind of the point.
Slaves were granted citizenship, though.
They were granted citizenship after they were brought here forcibly, and then...
Yeah, but then the kids of citizens are kids, though.
Are
citizens.
What is the difference in immigrants 100 years ago coming here and having children here to immigrants coming here illegally now?
Well, slaves are a completely different moral category than someone who breaks into your country, right?
Okay, what about Chinese immigrants 100 years ago coming here illegally and then...
wrong then.
Okay, so it just seems like he's not good at debating.
He gets a U.S. citizenship.
We're going to get anywhere else?
I think it's crazy that you can get on a plane, be pregnant from another country, and be a citizen from another country, come here, and then your kid... I'm not even going to just...
Yeah, but you're arguing with something that's nothing to argue about. What's this argument
It's so
on?
destructive to our dialogue. It's destructive to us coming together as a country, and there's nothing to support it whatsoever. So thank you for your time, and shame on your father for peddling that crap.
Okay.
Did he just call his dad a diddler?
Well, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for coming to our city today. It means a lot from, I know, a lot of my peers, but also me as well. I kind of don't have a question for you, more of words of advice. As someone who's fixing to graduate college, I've been studying political journalism. It's been ever since I was a little girl.
So you gonna give him advice in like political journalism, but this dude is actually like successful at it. Like we can say bad stuff about him all day, not knowing how to debate, right, or whatever. And all he does, the Charlie Kirk fella, all Charlie Kirk really does is like try to trigger people, try to make them mad, try to aggravate them or whatever. But his company, Turning Point USA, got 3 million subscribers. This video posted 7 hours ago. I got almost 40,000 views. So he knows how to play the political game. I just feel like he contributes to the lowest common denominator.
That's been my main goal, is to become a political journalism. I just scored an internship actually to start off with, shadowing political journalists and everything. And I was super excited for it. I thought it was going to be my start to my journey of success. When I have come to find out, majority of my peers and mentors or people I even looked up to in the office that I work at in the news station, they have told me since I'm a Christian young woman that I probably won't succeed. And as someone who I've spent my whole life researching...
Okay, so this is going to be pointless. This is a fluff piece? Is this the fluff piece from the show? Somebody always steps up to fluff up your guy, whatever his name is, the fluffy guy.
And President Trump has played around with this idea. I have no idea what he's going to do. Or someone that deals with, that's the way we can help Mexico and liberate them in an active, hostile, fiscally working age young men.
Okay, so what's going on?
For drug use, almost all.
Think about to argue about dope.
To make America better, or So, Oklahoma, I have a
career in the future. So God bless you.
Thank you so much, Charlie.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I am a student at the University of Central Oklahoma. I have a liberal family, and it's not always easy, but I was going to ask you about immigration. So I know that we don't have an obligation to help Mexico, but is there incentives to help Mexico to make America better? And if so, what policies that we can support that would help that?
Yeah, that's a good question. The first way that we can help.
This is pointless.
All right, let's get into Friday.
We gonna get David Pakman's little arguing with his feedback or whatever.
Feedback for the week, holiday, Friday feedback. You can always email info@David. Okay, messages in advance, and then hands them out to someone to post them at a predefined hour of the night. Is that surprising in any way, shape, or form? Step it up, David. So a few different things.
Okay, well, we're trying to go for the negative comments.
It means something.
I voted
I
for
voted
Trump.
for Trump because he promised A, and I prefer presidents who are well rested too. So I think even on
So that's why you like Joe Biden. You like Joe Biden because everybody knew Joe Biden was Sleepy Joe. Everybody knew Joe Biden was Sleepy Joe.
just the mechanics of it, the Trump overnight posting is wacky, but everything this person is saying is not true. All right, Secret Claps says, I voted for Trump. And what's heartbreaking for me is the wars he's getting us into, considering he said we would not join.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I feel you on that, bro. All these wars popping off, like, the fuck. You said you was about to end all the wars.
Did fall for it, and I'm now changing my mind. That's a very good thing.
Who's next?
King Turd Ensemble.
So I'm pretty sure this is a troll name that David Pakman made. We're going to see David Pakman's creative writing as he messages himself in his comment section.
Wrote in and said on YouTube, "You're pathetic, Pakman. I used to like you, but you've become hysterical. You have clickbait titles. The world is always on fire with you. Listen to Kyle Kalinske or the New Turks." I haven't heard of the New.
This dude is on fire. He's really on fire. His pants is on fire.
Don't listen to Pakman Fudge. Okay. This is the classic.
Yo, they call him a fudge packer. They called him a fudge packer. Yeah.
Used to like you. But now that you're doing X, no more. No more. Here's the reality. When democracy is being eroded.
Let me be honest, I don't like none of these motherfuckers. But we gonna get into one thing, right? Cause like everybody's like, okay. So there's no client list or whatever, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. And then you got a lot of people that's like, oh, well, I know they're doing something to Trump. I know Trump isn't on the list. There's only one way Trump got away out of this at this point, and the whole Pam Bondi and all that, if they start locking up people in like the next day or two, and they start locking up Epstein associates, and they just put out that there's no Epstein client list. We can't find the client list. All the footage went missing. It looks like Epstein did himself in. If they actually have the evidence on the back end and they're about to make a whole bunch of massive arrests and then apologize to line, so similar like what they just did with Iran. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm slowly starting to think Trump probably is on the Epstein list. I thought Trump was just on the Diddy list. I didn't think Trump was on the Epstein list. Thought Trump was on the Diddy list because I've seen like physically with my own eyes Trump at the Diddy parties. Trump was on The Apprentice, and there was a former worker for Diddy on The Apprentice. And when they said they didn't really like Diddy or like working there, he's like, I don't know why you didn't like Diddy. Diddy's a fine guy. Yeah, because Trump was at all them Diddy parties, but Trump was also at the Soul Train parties. I thought we was going to find out that Trump had like a secret black lover or something later on down the line, maybe after he couldn't run no more. I didn't think we was going to find out his dark secret was he was on the Epstein list, but slowly looking like Trump might be on the Epstein list. And if Trump's not on the Epstein list, like I said, they might be arrested the next day or two. You know, like, we know that, like, at midnight, everything could change. And we know that this is not really the Epstein client list because the Epstein client list does not exist. So this is not a notebook in my hand. You know what I mean? There's not no clients in here. It's not a notebook. There's no paper in here. Because the Epstein client list doesn't exist. But if it does exist, maybe they're all about to get arrested like tonight or the next night. And that's the best way to catch people off guard. Have them all think that there ain't nothing going on. Even try to invite them all in the same place. Like if Trump ends up having like an event where there's like all the Epstein clients show up at the same time. If they're not arrested in the next 72 hours after this event, then we know Trump's on the Epstein client list. I'll give him like 2 weeks to set up an event. It could be a trap. Invite like the Clinton family, the Bush family, a whole bunch of foreign leaders, royalty over there or whatever, you know. Set it up like, oh, my son's about to get married. And then make his wife mysteriously vanish or whatever. You know, Carol Baskin. But these little shows get crazy. Do we got anything else that's really relevant to bring up on here? Well, we don't need to listen. We already heard a lot about the you guys know Epstein actually did. Epstein did do himself in. So we got Netanyahu nominating Trump. There ain't nothing going on, guys. There ain't nothing going on. I'll let you know as stuff goes on in the news or whatever. And I'm making fun of everybody making their own little news videos or whatever. They're like, they all like, these dudes is cool for Cocoa Puffs. Cool for Cocoa Puffs. But just know, you can be found guilty of trafficking to nobody. Nobody, baby. So, you know, I feel like this is a new way I want to start doing. I just want to disappear, guys. Like, I just don't want to be here no more. I want to start disappearing from this thing. Because I feel like if I disappear, there'd be, like, a better way than, like, just vanish, you know? Or maybe I could even just go like this. Ooh, yeah. So, you know what? I'll see you guys around next time. To the next side of the page. Bye.